You can run the ball the first play?
Well, there's a 50-50 chance. So, we'll see.
Go ahead, Scott.
How is your off season and what you're asked to do through this stage of the calendar? How is it different with the job you have now?
Yeah, no, it's been really fun actually. Kind of my whole role as a coach building up to this has been based around the offensive line and the run game and pass protections and things like that. So it's been really cool to dive into the pass game in a more in-depth perspective and really dig into that. And it's fun to learn new stuff, as a coach. Just any way that you can grow and get better is really a good opportunity. So this has been really fun for me, just kind of expanding my football knowledge.
So 4 years ago, I think you were an assistant offensive line coach, and you're standing here today as an offensive coordinator. What does that say about your career trajectory?
It's been wild. The biggest thing, I think any coach, you really just try and perfect the job you have, and you just keep working at being the best you can be. And, if you get promoted or whatever it is, great. But if not, you just got to enjoy your role and really just be the best you can be. So, it's been fun just having new challenges, having new responsibilities and everything like that. So, it's an honor to be here as the offensive coordinator for the Packers, and I'm really excited about it.
Have you had to brush up on your PowerPoint and Austin Powers references?
No. Coach Hackett really, he got us all good to go on that. I think we're all very familiar with Goldmember.
What
and all
kind
that
of
stuff.
dynamic do you think you'll have with Matt, and will that be similar to what Hack had or different?
Yeah, I think so. We've always, our entire staff's always been very collaborative and very open. So I don't really see us too much changing from that aspect. Every single coach has a role and a piece to play in the game planning and installing and all that stuff. So, we're just going to kind of fill the new pieces in, and they can add whatever wrinkles they want to, and really just getting ready to take the next step.
And what do you think will be the key to maintaining the level of production at the wideout without the most productive wideout?
Yeah, no, that's going to be a big challenge. I know our personnel staff and our coaching staff's really working hard at trying to find the best fits, whether it's through the draft or free agency. And I'm really excited about it. We got a really good foundational players that are still here. So I'm excited about them kind of taking on that leadership role, kind of filling the void that losing Devontae we're going to have in that room. But we have some good leaders with Allen and Cobb. And then whatever the new pieces are, whether it's through the draft or free agency, I'm excited to kind of get going on that and really working with those guys.
Does the passing offense have to change much?
There may be some things that, you can't do with some younger guys that Devontae, just through experience, him and Aaron's connection, whatever it is, there may be some things that are going to take, some time to develop. But I think for the most part, we're looking for the pieces that are going to allow us to run the offense that we want to run.
You've got a lot of guys on the offensive staff in new roles, but most of y'all have been here before or staying. I mean, how different does it feel the way the offensive staff is now versus?
I really am enjoying kind of how it's all coming together. Having Tom back's been really cool. He's got so much football knowledge and everything like that it's been great to have his perspective on things. John Dunn, I think I'm really excited about him and what he's going to add to our offense as the tight ends coach. And obviously being able to get Coach Buckus up as the offensive line coach, promoting Ryan Mahaffey as the assistant line coach, all that stuff's going to be really great. And then Vrabel too, just his expanded role as the pass game coordinator. I think, he has a lot of great ideas and a lot of really good energy. So I'm excited about all our guys.
Adam, how did you see, Luke grow the last 3 years with you and now passing on that O-line room to him?
Yeah, he's always been he had more coaching experience than I did. So for him, it was just basically learning the system, learning the terminology that year one, kind of what I wanted as far as how we coach guys. And then just kind of let him take the reins and go with it. And he's done a phenomenal job. He's got a great personality, really great with the players. And he's a great combination of just a guy that is there for the players and everything like that, but also really demanding too. So it's going to be a good thing, I think. Good
I know you
fit.
talked about the collaborative staff approach. How do you anticipate Aaron Rodgers working into that collaboration?
Same as always. You know, it's one of the biggest things. I think you're always going to do what you can to get your playmakers the ball and allow your quarterback to be comfortable with the game plan. So, you know, we know kind of what he likes, what he doesn't like. We know what he needs to work on, all that stuff. And it's just basically how can we make him the most comfortable he can be on game day.
Matt said that he stepped out of an offensive meeting when he got the text that Aaron was coming back. Do you remember what that moment was like when you found out? And,
Yeah.
And what's this offseason been like to kind of?
Yeah, I do. That's exactly what happened. We were, you know, working on some stuff, and he got a text, and we were all pretty excited. You know, obviously, that was the number one piece we wanted back this offseason. So it was a great feeling. You know, it's anytime you got 12 on the field, you got a very good chance to win the game. So, yeah, we're very happy about that.
Senator, do you think you're going to give Yash a shot at right tackle?
I think Yash is going to get a shot at right and left tackle. That's, I think, a very important thing for him. Again, this offseason is just to take that next step forward to see if we can count on him to be a reliable starter.
Where did you guys go with him against San Francisco?
I think just going with the most experienced guys and kind of my perspective on the whole thing was going with the most experienced, toughest, hard-nosed guys for that kind of a game, just the kind of game it was going to be. I thought it was going to be a pretty good slugfest, and so that was my decision as an offensive line coach at the time, and I think everyone was on board with it. And, yeah, it is what it is.
What are the challenges for Jordan Love this offseason?
Big challenges. Again, just like anyone, and it's not just him, it's everybody. We got to get better. Every single man's got to improve. So for him, just again, being more comfortable, making quicker decisions, accuracy, all that stuff that goes into being a quarterback, it's the same for him as it is anyone else. That's the expectations.
When Elton gets healthy, I know he can obviously play anywhere. Where do you want him on the offensive line?
It kind of depends. It depends on the other guys, to be honest with you. That's the one advantage we have with having a player like him, because I think he can be an excellent tackle. He can be an excellent guard. He could be an excellent center. So it really depends on what are the other guys doing, because we're always going to put our best five out there that we feel are going to help us win the game. So that's my main thing with him is we have flexibility with him, and he can be exceptional at any of those spots. So.
Yeah, you know, outside of Yash, what do you think of the depth? Obviously, you lost Lucas, who played a million snaps, and Billy played a million snaps, and Elton won't play, presumably, to start the year. So what do you think of, you know, the guys behind them?
I really like our young guys. They're all tough. They're all intelligent. They're all made of the right stuff. So it's going to be really fun to kind of see how this develops. So I'm excited about our depth, to be honest with you. I think on the edges we need a guy or two just to really shore up the tackle position. But other than that, I really feel really good about the guys we have in the room and what they're all about. So it'll be fun to watch them compete this offseason and really fight for starting jobs.
How would you assess David Bakhtiari and where he is physically right now?
He's working hard. I have had several conversations with him, and you know he's just making sure that he's ready to go. You know, working hard, rehabbing, doing all that stuff, working out, and yeah, he's in a good place.